Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Cash, thank you so much for this super sticker. A couple of rabbit raisins for your time today. Thank you so much, Cash. Shout out to you. I hope you're having a good one. Hope everybody's having a great day. I'm just letting the people and the notifications go out. How is everybody doing? Hold up. Let's put this down a little bit more. I feel like I'm looking over at a bar table or something when I'm trying to talk, and the screen is very far away from me. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shout out to everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out to everybody. Thank you guys for being here. Good morning. Hey Chico. Hey everybody. How are my members? Shout out to everybody in the chat coming through, guys. So we have a full agenda definitely today. We got to talk about Diddy. We have to talk about Laken Snelling, and then we're going to talk about David and the Celeste situation as more commentary is coming about from news sources and whatnot. So we're going to talk about that as well. I'm looking. I did a poll because I wanted to get at least good understanding of where everybody was at, what's leading. Well, thank you. I'm glad that Rabbit is leading the poll, but I didn't put that in there because people are like, "You never put your name in there." I don't because I'm not really the topic of discussion, but okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, everybody coming through. Okay, so we're gonna do this. So David is definitely a we got a couple of videos to review on David as far as News Nation commentary and whatnot. So we're gonna start right there. And then we're gonna go into Laken Snelling, and maybe we're gonna end with Diddy because not everybody followed the Diddy trial. Now, I had to take a break. I'm gonna be honest with you because it's just so much in the last. My mic is going in and out. Oh, hold up! Somebody told me my mic is going in and out. Let me know in the chat if y'all hear me. Hold up, thanks, Robin. Somebody said my mic was going in and out. Let me know if you guys hear me. Put it on the chat. It's lagging. It's better. This is I can come back in and out. We can come back in and out and do this all over. Let me know. Much better? Okay. Let me do this. Let me refresh. If it's lagging, let me refresh and then I'll come back in, okay? Hang tight. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. Okay. Are we better? It's lagging a bit. How is it now? Let me know. Thank you. Michelle, thank you so much for this $5 of your coverage and dedication, Rabbit. Thank you. Appreciate it. Much better? Okay. Artie said it's much better. All right. So it's not lagging anymore. We had like a thunderstorm. There was a couple things happening last night. So could very well be the case as far as the mic goes. You said so we're gonna start with the David stuff. Let me start right there. Then we're gonna start with then after that will be Lincoln, and then we're gonna go into the Diddy stuff. The Diddy stuff, I was trying to tell you guys before the mic was lagging. Um, I'm like, I had to take a Diddy break, y'all, and now there's more information coming out. Cassie's family, a lot of the people have been writing letters to the judge. We have sentencing on October 3rd, which, if I'm available, I'll definitely be able to live stream it, just depending on what happens. But I'm gonna leave Diddy at the end. It's very, very heavy, I think. Well, all of the topics are heavy. Let's be very real. All the topics are heavy. So let's get into David because I know people are here for this commentary on that, and then we'll end with some Diddy, maybe some Diddy letters. Welcome. You said it's still going in and out. Hmm. I hope it's not. Thank you, Vintage Mama. Just renewed your membership. Thank you. Um, y'all, let me know if you guys hear it. Like, is everything okay? Just want to make sure my sound's okay. All right. Let's start with it's better than it was. You sound good to me. Okay. You guys might need maybe it's the app. Maybe it's the app on your side, guys. You might have to go in and out of that app, okay? Um, let's start right here. We're gonna start with the manager, okay? So Lauren Conlon did go on News Nation. Shout out to Lauren Conlon. She went on News Nation and gave some commentary about the manager. She was able to verify, this Josh Marshall is a like legit person. Okay, so we're gonna talk about this. Let's go and give commentary.
Also the host of the Outlier podcast, and she joins me now live. It was a really good break, you being able to connect with Josh Marshall to get him to confirm these things. Did he say anything else? Did he mention anything about where his client David is right now?
No, Ashley, and truthfully, I saw these comments on TikTok.
Let me know if you guys can hear it in the chat, okay? And put a 1 in the chat if you can hear it.
On this random video, I could not believe it. I'm thinking to myself, it's been weeks. There have been so many allegations. Josh Marshall has not said anything yet. So, in order to file this story, I really had to make sure that it was him and these messages were authentic. So I messaged him, not really expecting to get a response. I did some diligence, so I was about 98% sure it was him. And he did write back, and he just confirmed that it was him, and he just stood by his statements, and that was it. So it really wasn't much of anything. However, I still am kind of in shock, because the first time you speak out, why would you clap back, in the comment section of a random TikTok video? I do feel like he possibly has consulted with a lawyer, which is maybe why he didn't bring Celeste's name up at all. And he didn't really say anything else besides.
So I guess Lauren did go and confirm the information, which is amazing. I'm glad that she contacted him, and it sounds like at least he was able to clear up a little bit of his end, but I don't know, y'all. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
It's a denial of knowing anything. So who knows? But I was just really surprised.
Well, I was happy to get that clarification that the car license plate traced back to management, not him as manager. So it was interesting to hear him say, hey, hold it, that's not my car. The jury's out on that, but I'll take him at his word for now until we know otherwise. I want to ask you about this mystery email. This is just so curious, though. It's an email that apparently was sent to Josh Marshall. Again, this is the manager of the singer, David. And it's sent by, quote, adults in Celeste's life after her final runaway in 2024. Or rather, not her final runaway, one of her runaways in 2024. The day after the email, Celeste returns home, almost as though the email gets to David and Celeste, and they're like, go on, they're on to us. You better go home, right? The private investigator we talked to about this said that there is proof that the email was sent.
There is proof that the email was sent. And not only that, guys, it was sent to law enforcement. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, people can say whatever. I believe that the email is real and it was sent to law enforcement. Like, why would anybody make that up? I believe it. Maybe Josh doesn't look at his emails. Maybe he didn't see the email. Maybe it was on a spam mail. I don't know. Or maybe an assistant received it and didn't even think anything of it.
Do you know at all if the email was received?
Well, according to Josh Marshall, he did not get any type of email. And this is what I think really possibly triggered him to write this denial. He was just like, no, I never received any email. I have no knowledge. And this statement was actually made on a live stream that I did. And I think what happened was it just got clipped by different TikTokers and different content creators. And the headline here was, Josh Marshall knows. What does Josh Marshall know? And
that's what would be my assumption. It's right, Carly. It's possible somebody got the email. Maybe the assistant, or I don't know. Maybe it went on a junk mail. Maybe he saw it, didn't think anything of it. Maybe it was forwarded to somebody else. We really don't know. He probably has someone that manages the email. That's what I'm thinking too, Alyssa. Honestly. So there's that. So Mommy Brown's asking what email. So what was it? A couple days ago, SF Investigates posted on Twitter that Josh Marshall, who is David's manager, who manages David at Interscope, received an email, I think in 2024, about Celeste being a runaway. And apparently they were aware. Oh, what? Okay. Apparently they might, it looks like they might have been aware, because as soon as that email was sent about Celeste being a runaway, Celeste allegedly returned home like the following day. So that's a huge thing to say, right? That one adult was informed. And apparently the people that sent the email was friends or family members of Celeste's family who were concerned about her. Not only did they send the email, they attached the missing poster of Celeste. Send it to Josh Marshall's email. Allegedly. That's what's being said. Okay. Now, Josh Marshall saying I never got an email. It never happened. No. But that's not that. People are saying the contrary. And shout out to Steve Fisher. Steve Fisher said that he sent it out to law enforcement too. So they have a copy of that email. So for those, that's the very short and sweet of the email.
He's like, what are you guys saying? I don't know anything. So it felt like it was important to him to clarify this. However, you know, when I saw this, I did go back to my source, the private investigator that we both know. And he's like, nope, I stand by this. I see it right here. I'm looking at it. And not only that, Ashley, he said that his source behind this email sent it to law enforcement.
There you
and
go.
now it's in law enforcement's hands. So, I mean, it's definitely, yeah, I mean, it's definitely a he said, she said here. But I'm trying to report both sides. I'm trying to be fair. I'm trying to be unbiased and open-minded because
and I think Lauren, I'm glad that she's kind of saying both sides, right? Because Lauren did interview Steve Fisher. So it's kind of both sides. I mean, I think it's fair. Steve doesn't have anything to hide. And I've seen his track record from other cases. He does amazing work. So I don't have any reason to doubt anything. On the other hand, I don't know Josh Marshall. I know he's a father. He's got children. Apparently he has a 14-year-old daughter. So you would imagine what this would be like for, Celeste being 14 and all of this going down. I mean, people just want answers. And I think they deserve answers as much as they can get, right? Because there's still an ongoing investigation. Unsolved, Amy Boston, thank you so much for being a member for a month. Shout out to you. And again, Vintage Mama of 3, thank you for renewing your membership. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for supporting the channel. And did my mom just give 5 memberships? Did somebody hack Vicky? Thank you, Vicky. Shout out to my mom. Now, Vicky is an old school. When I first started the channel mod, shout out to Vicky. If you guys have been gifted, put some hearts in the chat. Thank you, Vicky. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Pika says, Carly, I find it strange that he didn't speak out until after SF came online and said, yeah, don't you think it's strange? I think it's strange too that he didn't say anything until after SF put that out there. And he didn't put it on his social media. Like he put it on like it wasn't like he used his original social media with a lot of followers, I guess. He put it on like a backup page or something. But apparently this is the guy. Maybe he has to be very careful about what he puts out there. Vicky's like, nope, Rabbit, I was hacked. Oh my god. Anyways, how do you get gifted, right? Well, you have to select it on your, for those that don't know, there's like a selection thing on the chat on your name in order to get gifted, and it's at random. That's what happens. If you're lucky, you're in the chat, sometimes you get gifted. You said, but what would he say if he isn't involved in David's day-to-day life? Ooh, see, that's a good question. What would he say as a manager? I didn't know her. I didn't know David. I mean, he can't say he didn't know David because we saw those wedding pictures. They went to the wedding together. Now, maybe he performed for free, but apparently this wedding was like in Italy. Very nice wedding. Very nice wedding. I'll say that. Shoot for the stars. Thank you so much, love, for the $4.99. Thank you. Appreciate it. And Unsolved, Amy from Boston also gifted 5 memberships. Oh my goodness. Thank you, love. Thank you, guys. Let me put some hearts in the chat. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys for supporting. If you guys have been gifted, put some hearts or confettis in the chat. Thank you, love. All right, let's keep watching this. Y'all let me know what you guys think in the comments.
When it comes to this case, Ashley, I am baffled. My mind is racing every day, and the police owe us nothing. They owe us nothing. And, unless we are in danger, unless the public is in danger. So I'm grateful that they're speaking out. However, it seems like more of the same, just in different words.
I'm with you. Lauren Conlon, thank you for this. Great job. And I look forward to our next chat. Thanks for being here.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching.
Okay, be quiet, Como. All right. So that's what Lauren had to say about the situation. Now, hold up. Hold up. Was this it? Let me make sure that this is the correct one. Yep. This is where SF actually does a segment. He actually did a segment last night. Let's talk about what he had to say. You guys let me know in the chat about what y'all think.
It's been 3 weeks to the day since the body of a teenage runaway was found in the trunk of an impounded car owned by a prominent young singer who happened to be her boyfriend. It has been assumed and sleuthed and now officially confirmed by police that the body had been in that trunk for several weeks before that. But now police are also saying that until and unless they determine how Celeste Rivas Hernandez actually died, they will not know whether she's a homicide victim or an accident victim, or maybe even took her own life. In a statement to News Nation, the LAPD captain overseeing the investigation said the following, quote, "It remains unclear whether there is any criminal culpability beyond the concealment of her body." Wow. Which is all the more interesting when you remember the LA police chief indicated that this was a homicide.
Right.
Last week. This was
Are they changing their narrative now? Because this is a good point that Banfield, shout out to Banfield, she did post this, she said this. And it kind of got me thinking. I was like, I went mute. Didn't they are changing the narrative. Didn't they say that, they're looking at this as a homicide? Or are they changing the narrative a little bit? What is going on here? Well, first of all, I don't know how you don't see this as a homicide, given that how did this child get in the trunk of this car? How did this happen? I don't know. Yeah, they've been very quiet, right? Nancy, they've been very quiet. It is giving kind of a weird vibe at this point. Shoot for the stars. Thank you again, my love, for the $4.99. And Nebby just also gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Nebby. Put some hearts in the chat, guys, if you guys have been gifted. Yo, we have an amazing community. Thank you guys for supporting my channel. I appreciate it. You know what, Mommy Brown, you're right. All of the legacy media is sus. They jump the gun. They do, and then we get blamed for speculating. Yes, Gustavo, I did see that video. We talked about it last night. You must have been not around. We were live talking about it. We could talk a little bit about it today, and you guys let me know what you guys think again. But outside of that video, yeah, we did see it.
Homicide investigation. You did it in a TV interview. Keep in mind also that the medical examiner doesn't even have Celeste's remains anymore. Those were given back to her family also last week. My next guest is a private investigator specializing in missing persons who's been looking into the mystery of Celeste's death. Steve Fisher, welcome back to the show. Let's just dig right into that. Last week, we've got the chief of police, Jim McDonnell, saying, whenever you investigate a homicide, you look at all the associated issues as well, and that's something they'd certainly be looking at when asked about this case. That I perked up. There he was talking about a homicide and the associated issues. Now we're hearing from his LAPD captain. It remains unclear whether there's any criminal culpability beyond the concealment of her body. How does this
there you go.
Is this a misstatement? Are they?
No, it's not. I don't think it's a misstatement. I think it's very willful. Look at the way that they're framing things. Is anybody going to be charged for this crime?
One hand's not talking to the other.
Well, 2 wildly different statements, right? I think that maybe what the chief was saying is that all these, cases when you got a deceased body, that's not an obvious reason why it is investigated as a homicide, and then it can be determined later not to be. But the statement about if there's any criminal culpability, maybe just the concealment of the body, that's a misdemeanor in California. That's something that has a $1,000 fine, and
to conceal a dead body in California is a misdemeanor. Oh my God. By the way, YouTube, this is educational content. We are giving commentary. Okay. We are talking about the news. Just had to put that disclaimer out there because they're always trying to censor us. Hold up. It is a misdemeanor to conceal a dead body. What? Now this is crazy.
$10,000 fine and up to a year in jail, but somebody without a record will get probation.
Hold up, Linda. Wait. Steve, say that again, Steve. Please say it again.
In California, that's something that has a $1,000 fine and $1,000 to $10,000 fine and up to a year in jail, but somebody without a record will get probation. We're talking about a minimal charge, considering what we were thinking. And, I was really, really, really disappointed to see that there wasn't any mention when they talked about the criminal culpability of any harboring, trafficking, sex crimes against, I don't know, 11 to 14-year-old girl. It's like they're not even looking at it. I know that there was a statement that looking at all the relationship, but when it came to the criminal part, it did not bring that up, and that's just horrible as far as I'm concerned. That's the worst part.
Or maybe he's just waiting for David to talk to someone, and there it is. There's the evidence. He's mentioned it himself. He thought he was in the clear. We gave him a long leash, and he hung himself with it. Yeah. Maybe that's what they're doing. I don't know. Quick question though about the pregnancy. That was huge to me. Yes. When they said that she was not pregnant, nor had
she was not pregnant. Okay. And I was thinking about this last night. Shout out to everybody that joined us last night. We were watching that CCTV footage, or it's not a CCTV. It's like the Nest cam or whatever. It's like a ring door cam. It led me to believe that anybody could have committed this crime. So, a theory, okay? Let's just say that David was on tour and Celeste was left with the car, or Celeste had access to the car. This is being investigated by the robbery division. How do we know it wasn't, I don't know, a gang affiliation or somebody who, got into this? But then again, how would David wouldn't report the car stolen? It leaves a lot of speculation. I'm just thinking. I don't know the answers, but I am speculating at this point. Okay, I still don't think that David is out of the situation, because first of all, like, how does this child end up in your car? Just a question.
Had she been pregnant for a year, it was huge to me. Do you think it complicates anything, or do you think it just rules that part out?
I think it's actually a good sign for the rest of the autopsy, because if they were able to determine that means that they probably did so through HCG hormone tests, which they got from probably the vitreous humor gel that's behind the eyeball. So that means that they will also be able to get full toxicology. She wasn't in such a state where they lost that. So if they were able to make this determination about pregnancy, then they can also get the toxicology and find out exactly what was in her system, how much, what levels, and from there can determine if that's, accidental, or if maybe there was something nefarious, and also what it is, because there are, if it's fentanyl and somebody gave her that fentanyl, then they can be held responsible. That is a criminal act.
Yeah.
Yes. That is a criminal offense as well. James Steele just made it rain rabbits in the chat. Thank you so much, James. That's a lot of memberships. Thank you so much for 20 memberships, guys. Make sure you guys are dropping hearts and confettis if you've been gifted, y'all. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Thank you for supporting the community. Thank you so much. Call Me says this may be the reason why he can't be officially charged at the moment. Too many avenues to look into. Well, Call Me, I think that they're waiting for the toxicology. That's what it sounds like. You said you speculated that LAPD is involved. Wouldn't be the first time. Ooh, girl, that's huge. I mean, listen, I'm not a fan of the LAPD. Y'all know I feel like they are under the LAPD specifically. It's just dirty. It's just dirty. Period. That's how I see it. But I do wonder about what is this? What do we make of this? You know what I mean? I find it hard to believe that he would not have reported a car that cost him 104. Thank you so much, Tammy. That's what I'm saying. It's like, how do you not report a car stolen or missing while you're on tour? He left that car up to somebody. Somebody had to look over his items, right? Thank you. Yes, tell him to hit that like button. What is your like button what is your like number in the chat? What if the tox comes back and shows with nothing? Then what? The fact is somebody put her in the car. Well, right. Like, that's a good point. What if the toxicology doesn't say that she took anything? What if there was no rugs in the toxicology? Then what? She got herself in that car and they believe she had been sitting there for a couple weeks. And likely this crime happened in another place. That's a good question. So then what? So what if the toxicology comes back and there's nothing in her body? How does she end up in there? We don't know. We don't know. She didn't put herself in there in the frunk of a Tesla out of all places.
That's a good point. That's a great point. Thanks for bringing that up. It makes a big difference. Steve Fisher, thank you so much. Good to have you on the show again. Look forward to the next time.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app right now on your phone.
Okay, be quiet, Cuomo. They got to change Cuomo up a little bit on this. Thank you for subscribing. Yada, 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 yada. Okay. Now, I know you guys want to look at the, we could look at the footage. I feel like it's so much better on Reddit than it is on, let me see if I can find it. Is what I had it up yesterday. Celeste arguing. We've seen this footage a couple times already. And to me, I'm kind of conflicted by the footage, right? Like, for so many reasons. Celeste Rivas arguing with neighbors. Ooh, people have really searched this footage up. Here it is. We're gonna go to Banfield because it's just easier since I'm on YouTube already. So let's get into this footage, okay?
Video was recorded at the home of Celeste's parents in Lake Elsinore, California, exactly a year ago, or a year before her body was found in the.
By the way, I do want to say this, and I didn't, like, I said this, I wasn't sure the location because I felt like the location was different. It looks like it might actually be her mom's property. So shout out to Sylvia, who sent me a video on the DM and said, hey, look at this video. I'm looking at the video because there's a memorial out there and I have video of that. So we're going to look at that video when we're done here. Okay. So you guys can see that all of this interaction, I think, might have happened at Celeste's mom, where she's staying at too.
Trunk of a car belonging to the rising music star named David. We had been told that Celeste went missing in April of 2024 and that her family hadn't seen her since. But this new video was recorded by a Nest camera on September 8th, 2024, which would make that 4 months after she ran away. The neighbors who provided the video to TMZ say that it shows her arguing with people who had pulled a prank on her. Take a look.
Let me talk real quick, okay? You gonna let me talk? I ain't gonna let you talk. No, you ain't gonna let me talk. Why you not gonna let me talk? You tripping? I ain't tripping. Nah, you tripping.
Oh shit.
Out the door and you tripping.
I'm muted, y'all. I'm sorry. My bad. Pay attention to this is what I meant to say, y'all. I apologize. Pay attention to the black. There's a black balcony wires or bars. Y'all see those? They're black. At least that's what it looks like. They're like balconies, right? They look like balconies. They got bars, and then there's like the white fence. This is going to be important in the while we review this, because there's another footage that I'm going to show you, okay? Put a 1 in the chat if you could see those black bars, okay? And then the white. Let me know. All right, now I'm going to mute myself again.
Oh my God. Not you tripping. Move the out of here. You better get over there. Get your over there, little girl.
Just by the very dates of this video seems to prove that Celeste visited her family at least once after she ran away for the last time. But a year and a half after the final missing person report was filed, her body was discovered in a frunk. That's the front trunk of David's Tesla. That was just 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
This video was just discovered as we're finally learning what's been going on behind the scenes of the investigation. The LAPD's captain and commanding officer released a statement saying that the body of Celeste Rivas Hernandez was...
We've seen this before. We know what the video says. Now I'm going to show you guys another video, okay? This is the memorial. Shout out to Ashley's Journey 22. She posted this about 19 hours ago, okay? Shout out to her. Make sure you guys follow her on TikTok. Let me make sure I'm also following her as well and putting a heart on her video. Y'all make sure you guys are, hearting and liking these content creators that are out there, providing the news as well. Listen to what, just pay attention to the area, okay?
We're at Celeste Memorial again. Let's go. Let's go put this banner up.
Let me tell you what caught my attention.
Okay, what does it say exactly?
It says Celeste Rivas Hernandez, rest in peace, sweet angel.
Look at this side right here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but these are the black balcony things right there with the white fence right there. You could see that on that video too, and you can actually see it on the corner of her video right there. There's a balcony and then there's the white fence as well. Put a 1 in the chat if you could see it. Let me know. He said he killed her and then didn't cry. I bet he didn't cry. I don't know who you're talking about. Y'all see that? It's the same property. Yeah, it looks the same, right? If you go to Celeste, if you go to that video with the neighbors, you see the balcony and then you see the white fence. That's it right there. She's putting the memorial right there. So in my opinion, I believe they're in the same property. Okay, so that's definitely the same property. Let me keep playing this, okay?
Love your TikTok at Chef's Talks. That's a group TikTok that everyone comes on and talks about her case. Mine is Ashley's Journey 22. I advocate for those who can't speak for themselves, and I also help those who, can't come here and physically bring stuff or posters. So I come here and help them with that. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You should go knock on the door, talk to her mom. Over here, probably want to know about it.
Aw, thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Anxious 15.
You could see even more.
Okay, so you guys all know that I advocate for those who can't speak for themselves. That's what my TikTok is all about. And we brought a banner. This was purchased by Chef's Talk, their whole group. I watch them all the time, and some of them don't live locally, so I brought this for them. Thank you guys to everyone on Chef's Talk's panel that comes and helped make this happen. I was just a delivery driver, but she deserves it. It's so beautiful. Here we go. It's getting bigger. That makes me happy. That's the family home.
Okay, y'all see that? Everybody saw that for the most part. You can see, so yeah, there's like these apartment balcony thingies on the back. And shout out to her again. Her kind of going out there.
Okay, what?
Something really nice for the family and stuff like that. I think it's amazing. Shout out to the TikTokers out there as well. Hold up. Now, I'm going to see if I can. Hold up. I feel like you could see it a little bit more when she goes this way. She just moves so quickly. Yeah, so I think it's the same property with the fencing and stuff like that. It definitely looks the same. You said Celeste's voice matches with David's lyric song you put on an unreleased song. I heard about that, Robin. Lily, thank you so much. Did you watch the TMZ interview with the mom and Celeste's ex-boyfriend from middle school? Still cap. I read David canceled his June 31st tour date. Lily, when did the interview with mom? When did mom do an interview? I have not seen an interview with mom. When was this? Is this accurate? I mean, I could look it up, girl, but I've never seen an interview with TMZ and mom. With the mom and Celeste's ex-boyfriend? I saw the ex-boyfriend, or is this a different one? Today? Huh. Well, let me look into it, girl. Now you got me thinking. Hold up. You want to email it to me? Because I don't see it. You said it was with TMZ? Let me see. Oh, girl. Oh. Look at this. Thank you, Lily, for the $4.99. We found it. Thank you. I found it. And Nebby just gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Nebby, for gifting 5 memberships. Thank you guys. If you've been gifted, put some hearts in the chat. This just dropped how long ago? About 2 hours ago. Celeste Rivas XBF says she joked about running away from home from troubled home. Oh, look at that. That's the same lady from the TikTok. So maybe the lady, because I was like, she's Cap. I don't know. Well, now she's on camera, so she must not be Cap. Okay, she must be telling the truth. I was clearly wrong. Look at this. Maybe let's see what she's got to say.
How did you meet Celeste?
Through a friend.
Tell me how that whole relationship started.
She was, I guess she liked me, or she was looking for someone, and yeah, we started talking.
And what school was this in?
Lakeland Village.
Was she sweet? Was she kind? Was she bubbly? What do you remember about her?
She was really kind, and she said she wanted something serious.
And how old were you when you met her?
13 or 14.
So at what point did you feel, or did you hear from Celeste that there were problems at home?
She said how her mom didn't treat her well or whatever, and she didn't like where she was at.
Did she talk at all about her relationship with her parents?
Kind of. She just said they were mean or whatever. She didn't like them.
And then you guys broke up, and the next thing you know, you find out that she's involved with this internet sensation, David.
Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna happen, like, at all, because like she was always like so happy and stuff.
What is your last memory that you have of Celeste?
We were at PE, and she told me and my friend that she was running away, and she said it was because of her parents, and she was like joking about it, and she was like happy, like joking like she always was, and like it didn't seem real because like she was like playing around, joking about it, and the next day she wasn't at school, and like that's the last time I saw her.
Did it break your heart that you were not going to be with her, or did you feel upset about losing the relationship?
Not really. It was kind of clear that we're like better as friends, but it was kind of sad that I wasn't able to like say goodbye, but like see how she was doing, like when she ran away.
What was your reaction when you saw the breaking news that they had found your ex-girlfriend's body in the trunk of his car?
My heart dropped. I was like, I don't know. I just couldn't believe it. I kind of had a feeling when I saw like the first thing. I was like, what if it is her? But I just like brushed it off. But when I saw it really was her, I was like, damn, I really knew.
So let me just make sure I'm understanding this correctly. You had seen the news out of Los Angeles that a body was found in his car.
Yeah.
And you immediately had a sinister thought about Celeste?
Yeah, because one of my friends told me.
Ooh, so let me stop right here. Let me tell you guys what happened. People knew it was Celeste before there was rumors. Okay, so I remember hearing about this, that there were rumors that people, when they heard about David, people in the community started asking, well, where's Celeste? When was the last time anybody saw Celeste? And stuff like that. And this is why it started getting around that it might be her. Vicky says, what does a 13-year-old know about something serious? I'm confused by the timeline. Now, I will say I did call the lady Cap. All right. I apologize because I'm like, I don't know if she's telling the truth, but she's not really speaking. It's her son. So I still kind of have a lot of questions about this. I'm be honest, but I can admit I was wrong about it. I really was. Okay. Looks like there might be some truth to some of the things that she's saying. So let me go. I'm gonna go heat up some crow, put some salsa verde on it so I can eat it, because I could definitely admit when I'm wrong.
Were you at home with your mom when they identified Celeste and you saw it all over the news? Can you remember that moment for us?
Yeah, I was on the way to school, and then like she just like showed me, and like I took a picture of it and I sent it to one of my friends, and he's like, "Yeah, I saw it too. It's crazy," and I just couldn't believe it.
So this has been the talk of the school.
Yeah.
Just the fact it was someone that my son was so close to at one time, and how everything happened. It's kind of scary. It's really close to home. And if it could happen to her, it could happen to anyone. And everyone just needs to be very careful on social media.
What about you? What do you think about at night when this kind of flashes through your mind?
I just think like if someone actually like did something, like when she said she's gonna run away, because I feel like no one cared.
Thoughts? Okay, be quiet. Yeah, she said he once dated. Oh my God, why is it? Hold up, let me refresh this because it's like stuck on the ad. Wow, this is her picture in school, y'all. She looks so young. I mean, she's young. Why are you still feeling as though mom is clout chasing you? Let me stop. I got dragged for not believing the lady on my other video. I got dragged. Why? I believe her. I said, I don't know if I believe her, y'all. I do feel bad for him, though, because it sounds like he might have been really close to her. I just didn't know if I believed everything, you know? I'm just saying. So they got an exclusive. His name is 15-year-old Damian Hernandez, and his mother, Jamie, told us about this relationship with Celeste at Lake Elsinore Middle School. Celeste was in the 7th grade, and Damian was in the 8th grade. So he was older than her by a year. Damian says he met Celeste when she was looking for something serious, describing her as kind. He says her troubled home life made her unhappy. Oh, this is Damian. Damian has long hair. Let me replay it. You believe now? I believe her. I didn't believe her before. I was wrong. See, y'all, we have to be adults. Admit when we're wrong. Okay, I was wrong. I didn't believe the lady. I didn't. I'm just saying. TK in Texas, thank you for becoming a member. Let's rewatch that one more time. And thank you, Lily, for letting me know about this interview, because I had not seen it, my love. It's the first time I've seen it. Okay, hold up. Let me go back a little bit, okay? Let's watch this again.
How did you meet Celeste?
Through a friend.
Tell me how that whole relationship started.
She was, I guess she liked me, or she was looking for someone, and yeah, we started talking.
And what school was this in?
Lakeland Village.
Was she sweet? Was she kind? Was she bubbly? What do you remember about her?
She was really kind, and she said she wanted something serious.
And how old were you when you met her?
13 or 14.
So at what point did you feel, or did you hear from Celeste that there were problems at home?
She said how...
You know what, Monica? That's what it seems like. Maybe she was trying to find somebody to help her get out of that house. Maybe that's why it is, you know? Foxy, thank you so much for gifting a membership, Foxy. Thank you. Oh, you guys are amazing. Thank you guys for making it rain today with the rabbits, for the rabbit gives. What do you guys think? Somebody asked a very interesting question here in the chat. I'm trying to find something here. Why are we looking for something serious at the age of 13? I don't know. Why? Cece asked, I think, a very valid question. What do you guys think? Why is it important for him to be interviewed? Why is this interview important? I think it gives a little, if I were to say anything, I think it gives a little insight to maybe home life. You know, like maybe there was a lot more going on and we just, you know, that we know of.
Mom didn't treat her well or whatever, and she didn't like where she was at.
Did she talk at
Her mom didn't treat her well. That's what he's saying.
all about her relationship with her parents?
Kind of. She just said they were mean or whatever. She didn't like them. And
then you guys broke up, and the next thing you know, you find out that she's involved with this internet sensation, David.
Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna happen, like, at all, because like she was always like so happy and stuff.
What is your last memory that you have of Celeste?
We were at PE, and she told me and my friend that she was running away, and she said it was because of her parents, and she was like joking about it, and she was like happy, like joking like she always was, and like it didn't seem real because like she was like playing around, joking about it, and the next day she wasn't at school, and like that's the last time I saw her.
Did it break your heart that you were not going to be with her, or did you feel upset about losing the relationship?
Not really. It was kind of clear that we're like better as friends, but it was kind of sad that I wasn't able to like say goodbye, but like see how she was doing, like when she ran away.
What was your reaction when you saw the breaking news that they had found your ex?
He looks uncomfortable. I will say that. I mean, they literally have a camera right there. This is such a like. It just looks uncomfortable. I'm losing my mind with the questions. I don't know, man. No, that's not the plot twist. Stop. Did the police bother talking to the school friends? This is a great question. A great question. I don't think people that are close to the family or people that care of her would do interviews or post negative things about her family issues online, says Crisby. I do wonder about this. I do wonder about this.
Girlfriend's body in the trunk of his car.
My heart dropped. I was like, I don't know. I just couldn't believe it. I kind of had a feeling when I saw like the first thing. I was like, what if it is her? But I just like brushed it off. But when I saw it really was her, I was like, damn, I really knew.
So let me just make sure I'm understanding this correctly. You had seen the news out of Los Angeles that
Wait, Lily, shout out to Lily's like, Rabbit, I don't believe him. He's repeating what mom said. They were in the different grades. How were they in PE together? Mom leaning on all him. Girl, I don't listen. I felt bad for not believing the lady. I'm apologizing. I'm over here cooking crow. I got some salsa verde for my crow. And some of you guys are not, but why you guys are being so hard? I felt bad for saying what I said. Said this lady's cap. That's because that's what I said. Because of the things that she was saying. But you guys are not believing? Why? See, don't be all right. If you're watching the replay, you better drag my chat. Don't be dragging me for not believing the lady. Okay? I'm just saying. All right. I don't want to get dragged this time. You guys are getting dragged. You're calling cap? Lily, thank you so much for the $4.99 and give me the heads up on this, girl, because I didn't know. But still, you guys are don't drag the rabbit, drag the chat. All right. If you're watching the replay, don't get mad at me. It's the chat's fault.
Body was found in his car.
Yeah.
And you immediately had a sinister thought about Celeste?
Yeah, because one of my friends told me.
Were you at home with your mom when they identified Celeste and you saw it all over the news? Can you remember that moment for us?
Yeah, I was on the way to school, and then like she just like showed me, and like I took a picture of it and I sent it to one of my friends, and he's like, "Yeah, I saw it too. It's crazy," and I just couldn't believe it.
So this has been the talk of the school.
Yeah.
Just the fact it was someone that my son was so close to at one time, and how everything happened. It's kind of scary. It's really close to home.
She was the one that was saying the most. I mean, she was giving a lot of details. What made me kind of suspicious about her was when she said that TMZ had called the mom when it was the other way around. But I mean, they're willing to face the cameras. I believe that they went to school together. I just didn't know about all the details, if there was anything factual from the details that she was given, because how do you prove the things that you're saying? She said that her son was the last person that she texted before, Celeste blocked everybody, but they never showed any texts. They never showed any receipts. That's where I was skeptical at. There was a lot of details that I'm like, she said that the last time she saw Celeste, she was being dropped off at school at a car line, but she didn't remember the time frame, which I was like, well, that's suspect to me, because how do you not, like, out of all the things, and again, she had been on the run. So was she dropped off at school when she was on the run, or like while she was missing? Because there was inconsistencies there for me, but maybe I'm wrong, because they're on the camera. They're not showing receipts, but they're on camera. But clearly I was wrong. I'm telling you, I got dragged for saying that this was cap. I had La Bruja del 71. Y'all know that I made that joke. There was a lady who looked exactly like La Bruja del 71 in my chat trolling me because I was calling this cap.
And if it could happen to her, it could happen to anyone. And everyone just needs to be very careful on social media.
What about you? What do you think about at night when this kind of flashes through your mind?
I just think, like, if someone actually, like, did something, like when she said she's gonna run away, because I feel like no one cared.
Y'all, let me know what you guys think. If you know, you know, okay? If you know, you know. Okay. Yeah, anyways, let me stop. If you know, you know. I think what do you guys think? None of these people helped Celeste when they needed it. That's right. They should be ashamed. Yeah. I think it's sad. Even the audio that's playing, right? Or that video that's playing. You're so dumb, Rabbit. Stop. Stop. Y'all keep dragging me in. Don't drag me anymore. Listen, I woke up this morning and I literally, okay, side note, let me take a little detour. Don't get mad at me, chat. Let me take a little detour. But this Nicki Minaj and Cardi B beef is hilarious to me. Let me just say that. I woke up to a post that said Bodega Barney or something like that. The Bodega Barney. I was like, I am so done. Let me stop. Let me stop. That made my morning. I was like, I'm so done. I'm so done. I am so done. Okay. Just a little detour. Okay. Let me shout out. Y'all are too much. Kel on Earth, thank you so much for the $5. She was looking for something serious because she wanted someone to save her. I know from experience that could have been me. That's right. Like maybe just like Monica said earlier. Monica was saying, well, maybe that's why she was looking for a relationship, for somebody to save her. You know, there's a lot of kids that find themselves in situations like that. Easy for somebody to be groomed in a situation like that, you know? Very much so. Very much so. So there's a lot more to this. What, honey? Oh, okay. Let me see. The interview is important because they're showing how Celeste was moving like a big girl. They're taking away she was a normal teenage kid, right? Hamar Favors, is that how you say that? Or Jamar Favors? I was trying to figure out the ages of her siblings as well. I don't feel like I have a good idea. Like I know she's got siblings. I know she has a brother and she has a sister, but I'm not really sure where she falls in the sibling age stuff. So I was wondering about that. I mean, clearly she was going through a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? It just seems crazy to me. I think she thought that she was in love with David. I don't see her dating two guys, in my opinion. I think that I'm kind of inclined to believe that she was looking for somebody to save her of whatever situation she might be going on. You know, now I do feel like what he said might be relevant. I get some people saying I don't think it's relevant. I mean, I do feel like there might be some relevance to it. Maybe that's how the home was. Maybe there was other stuff. And listen, I don't know, man. I don't know. You said it's almost as if they're trying to make her an adult, but she wasn't. And if the parents had been paid, it is child trafficking. Yeah. You're right. It's almost like they're trying to, like, I do feel like even with that video with her arguing with the Sureños, with the Southsiders, I do feel like it's a sense of like them trying to like, oh, she had a like. Let me just go back a little bit. The last time when we talked about that video, the comments here were like, "Ooh, she got a mouth on her," and yada yada. And I'm like, we don't know her, right? We also don't know what kind of where she grew up, what she had to endure. We don't know anything. Now, she made some very ignorant comments, you know, because she did when she calling people the N-word and all that other stuff. We just don't do that. I don't care if it's a heart AI or G or ABC, whatever it may be. That's just semantics. We don't use the N-word at all, no matter what the A or the G or the anything, the ER. That was ignorant, right? But she was 13. You can fix ignorance. You can help somebody through their ignorance. You can educate them. And that is a phase too. Like ignorance is a phase, right? So it does to me, it looked really bad that you had this grown ass man arguing with a child, kind of going back and forth and thinking that it's funny. But I'm like, there's a better way to handle that. So that's my thought on that. She sounded like she was most troubled and like most runaways, right, Berlin? Right. Not gonna lie, I was upset when she went to that word. Yeah, but like I said, that's ignorance, and you can fix ignorance. But it's not okay. It's not okay. It's unacceptable. Period. It's just not a word to say. I don't care if it's in music, and I don't care if it's like in, and it's in music everywhere, but it's not okay to say or repeat or anything like that. You said she sounded like a teenage boy. Well, maybe she had to kind of put up a front for maybe what she had to endure. We don't know. You don't even see her face in that video. Dalia, that's right. You don't see her face in that video. There's a lot of videos out there that we don't see. Infamous says, worried about him facing scrutiny or backlash. You talking about Damien? They done put Damien's face out there with his first and last name. People are going to be talking. They're looking at everybody. He might. People don't believe the story. That they don't believe. I mean, because she said a lot on TikTok, you know, so they might. If it was her in the video, she probably hold up. She probably heard way worse in Fortnite. There you go. I know these Fortnites and in Robloxes and all these people, you know, just all these games, just crazy. As a parent, I would not let my child be interviewed by TMZ, right? There you go. Girl, TMZ will twist your words. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna need you. Let me put you. I put you on timeout, Dahlia, because don't be doing too much, especially if my mods are, you know, they have to do what they have to do. Let's be respectful of the mods. Maybe come back tomorrow or something if once you calm down a little bit. As the mother of a teen and raise two more, we can fix ignorance, but we could not fix situations that they cannot get themselves out of. That is why I always communicate, Melissa. Thank you, Melissa. That's a great point. Being a teenager, and I think a lot of you guys can, yeah, his name is Damien. It's out there on TMZ. I'm not doxing him, okay? And shout out to my mods. Being a teenager, I think, and maybe you guys can relate, but I know that my mom used to tell me that, like, back when she was a teenager, it was harder. Being a teenager now, I think it's a little bit different than what it was for us. You know, I know some of you guys didn't have the access to social media, and I didn't have to worry about people doxing me or people having my information as a teenager and putting it online. Does that make sense? It's a whole different, like, it's your community here, but it's like a different community online, and anything goes online. So that's why it's a little bit different, right? I would not have wanted my son on TMZ. I'm gonna be honest with you, but maybe they felt like they could provide something to the community. I don't know. You said if you were a mom, you wouldn't allow it. All right, hold up. Now, let me do something real quick. I got somebody at my door, guys, so I gotta check this real quick. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna play this again while I go check and see who is at the door. Yo, I'm telling you, I get deliveries and people know that I'm live right now. So that's when everybody wants to bug.
Parts and
Give me 1
supplies
second,
for your
guys.
business. In stock and ready to ship through the next day. What you need, when you need it. Zorro.com.
How did you meet Celeste?
Through a friend.
Tell me how that whole relationship started.
She was, I guess she liked me, or she was looking for someone, and yeah, we started talking.
And what school was this in?
Lakeland Village.
Was she sweet? Was she kind? Was she bubbly? What do you remember about her?
She was really kind, and she said she wanted something serious.
And how old were you when you met her?
13 or 14.
So at what point did you feel, or did you hear from Celeste that there were problems at home?
She said how her mom didn't treat her well or whatever, and she didn't like where she was at.
Did she talk at all about her relationship with her parents?
Kind of. She just said they were mean or whatever. She didn't like them.
And then you guys broke up, and the next thing you know, you find out that she's involved with this internet sensation, David.
Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna happen, like, at all, because like she was always like so happy and stuff.
I don't think it was gonna happen because she was always happy and stuff. I think the man was trying to shoo her away. They asked her why she was over there again, not victim blaming. She was strongly confrontational. Yeah. How does an adult handle that? I laughed it off, I guess. Ooh, that's a good point, right, Miss Amber? Like, I feel like we're missing. How come isn't there more to the video that they released yesterday? That's the question that I have. You know, like what led up? Because it seemed like she had been there and then she kind of got like shoot away and stuff like that. Or maybe she got a little too loud or whatever it might be, or she started arguing. I don't know. But I do wonder, maybe we need more context to that video. What led up to the argument? And is that all the video that we have? Shout out to Miss Amber here. She said, I'm so disturbed by David hasn't been named as a person of interest. Joy Connolly, thank you so much for the 199. I know a lot of us are trying to figure out what's going to happen. And they're changing the narrative, guys. It seems to me that they're changing the narrative to how they're looking at this. She was arguing with the grown man. She was arguing with the grown man. I don't know, man. We don't even know what led up to that. You think that the son seemed genuine? Some of the comments the mom made previously, being true or not, sometimes seem off about the previous interview. Right, forever while I do think that it seemed a little off, but she's not talking here other than that they knew each other. That's it. Yo, that's it. Yeah, so they were knocking at doors and they were, I used to play this all the time. Put a one in the chat if you ever did the ding dong ditch. I was really good at that game. I used to make my neighbors mad because we live in these apartments. You just knock and then go hide, and then they get so mad. And then they got, anyways. Luckily, we don't have doorbells anymore. Y'all, do you see? You're like, hell no. I just did it the other day, and I'm 42. Come on, Jamie. Jamie's like, oh, come on now. You said to never stop it. Ding dong. Not when you're 42, though. That's a whole different level. I don't have it. You're going to have to get it. Rabbit, I know, right? You're 6, but okay, you're not ringing at doorbells and running away, are you? Anyways, let's stop. Okay, guys, I'm going to do this because I clearly did not consider this clip or the other one. So I might move our topics for a different live. The other ones, the Diddy and the Laken Snelling. So I do apologize just because I'm trying to keep this at an hour. And I didn't think I was going to last that long with David. So we're going to do a different live for the other two topics, okay? This definitely took over a lot of our day today. So please don't be mad at me. Put a 1 in the chat if you're not mad, because I have this time constraint. And I got a baby bunny and I can't just be live all day. You know what I mean? Put a 1 in the chat if you're not mad. She's putting herself and her kids in danger, irresponsible. Oof. Okay. You guys are entitled to your opinion. Completely up to you. I am going to cut this and clip it into smaller, a smaller video, because I do want to tell the people that I'm eating crow because I was wrong. Personally, I feel like, okay, the lady's not cap and I have to apologize, okay? Because I did say the lady was cap, and I do own up to the things that I say when I'm wrong, okay? Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go because I got to go tend to the bunny. Yes, she does, always. I will see you guys. Maybe I'll be live later if I can get these other two topics, or they might be pre-recorded. It just depends. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys. And thank you for those that supported today. I really do appreciate you guys all. Look at this. Thank you, guys. Oh, my goodness. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys. Have a good one. Bye, guys.